Came across an online forum today about nihilism and pessimism, just the mental struggle behind that, because I developed it when I was around 3 years old and had it for about 17 years, and it's not fun. But I was insanely curious to see if anybody has figured it out yet, like how to stop. And if they haven't, I was going to share some of my own experiences, and there's a lot of great advice on there, like being social with productive people, just finding a social group in general, working out, meditating. These are great advice. But the one thing that I was not finding on there, which was the most helpful for me, was gratitude. Gratitude is the most important step, but it's the hardest step. And it's the hardest because your default brain has been trained to think of everything in a negative way. It's either negative or it doesn't matter at all. But you've got to figure out how to be grateful for things and think of things positively. It's not like once you have positive thoughts, everything's going to be a utopia and we're all going to live in kumbaya. It's an important step, but there's still work to be done. Just because you understand how to think positively and you force yourself to do it doesn't mean that there aren't problems that you're shielding yourself away from. Because most people, what they do is they escape. Like flat out, they just escape. They'll have a problem and then they'll put up a wall and they'll shield themselves from it. Like, no, an example would be like working out, or your brain's just constantly telling you that you're a loser, and it's pinpointing exactly what it thinks it's wrong with you, and it continuously attacks you based on that. And most people, they feel the attack and they put up a wall. They're just like, I don't want to feel that, I don't want to hear that. Thing is, it's like, the attack is inside, it's right here, so you can't just block it off. That's not how it works. It's going to either come back stronger or it's just going to keep poking itself at you. It actually might just do both. It might just poke at you and come back at you stronger every single time that you put up another layer of plaster, because what you have to get rid of are the excuses. Your brain is telling you that you need to go work out, and you feel like, yeah, I should go work out. But then excuses pop up. Those excuses seem more important, and those excuses are helping you build that wall. It's not actually helping you in any way. What you have to do is embrace the negativity, and after you've embraced it and you've understood what it's telling you, now we're going to move into positivity, and we're going to figure out how to transform that energy into something else. So instead of, oh, I'm such a loser, I hate myself, I don't want to do anything at all day, I just want to rot in bed, it moves into, what do I have the ability to do? Ignore all the shit that you can't do. We're focusing on, what can somebody at level 0 do? What is their ability? And then once they move up a level, what can somebody at level 1 do? What is their improvement? What can somebody at level 2 do? What can somebody at level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100? There's always an improvement that can be done. There always is. And saying, oh, but I'm at this low level and somebody at this higher level is doing better than me, so I shouldn't even bother. It's like you're comparing yourself to somebody else's race. Why are you doing that? You have your own race. Why are you comparing your own potential to somebody else's, right? And then you're allowing yourself comparing yourself to somebody else. You hold the power over that. They didn't do anything to you. You created that within yourself. You created your own jealousy. You created your own comparison. You are different than they are. You're on a completely different race. You're at a completely different starting point. You have different potential at the moment. You're creating your own reality and you don't even realize it. That's what you're doing through nihilism and pessimism. You're creating your own negative reality and you don't realize it. Oh, to be a beginner once again and to realize the power underneath one's nose. The absolute beauty in that, and most people don't understand. But once again, we're gonna have negative people that are like, oh, I create my own reality? Well, my reality sucks, and other people are forcing me to live in this negative reality. And it's like, if you don't like where you live, move. If you don't like how you act, change. If you don't like how you dress, then change how you dress. If you don't like having low energy, eat better and sleep better. Every single improvement that I just listed has different levels, and you might be at the bottom, so you gotta figure out what is the first step. what is the next level that I can move up to, and then soon I can get better. Nihilists are like, oh, well, even if I get better, I'm going to someday, so what's the point? Why would I even bother? Because when you change, other people also change. That's so weird. We're all mirroring off of each other. What I do affects me, and it also affects you, and what you do affects you, and it also might affect me. There are people who are going to make decisions that affect your life. Every single person that gives up is making the world worse. They don't understand that, though. They think that they're completely invisible and they're subtracted from the equation. No, you're not. You're still a part of us. You're still a part of the group. Even if you don't feel like you're a part of the group, you're still a part of the group. But you gotta understand that other people also have their own agency. You just can't force people to do things. Let those that have ears to hear, I honestly think that the world gets worse over time because people around adulthood, like around age 25 to 30, they start getting the disease of nihilism and pessimism. And they get the disease of misanthropy because over time it's just other people's negativity, they allow that to break them down. It's honestly why the world is worse. Because you allow other people outside of yourself to dictate how you're thinking in here. You control this. You can't control that. Hey, welcome back. Okay, I had to move because my furnace turned on and it was just gonna mess up the audio. So I had to move. And I don't want to wait like 30 minutes for it to turn off. But people honestly don't understand that they hold power over their own reality. They want to focus so much on the outside, but they don't realize that they're filtering it into here and allowing that to control them. It's not about, oh, think happy thoughts and never think about the negative. No, that's what evil wants you to do. Evil wants you to only think of the positive and never pay attention to what is going on in the world. Because if you're not paying attention to it, you can't change it, right? If you don't know that evil people are kidnapping little children and forcing them into baby-making ritual slavery, if you don't know that's happening, how are you supposed to change that? So no, don't just ignore all the negative, but don't allow that to fully change you. Oh, well, other people are kidnapping children and forcing them to do horrible things, so it doesn't matter. I shouldn't even do anything. Whatever I do doesn't matter. Not only are you creating a horrible reality for yourself, but you're also allowing that suffering to continue in other people. Just because you haven't done the work to realize it and change it into something else. The positivity of my horrific example could be is that once you notice what is happening, humans on this earth get together and finally put a stop to these horrific pedophiles on the planet. It's happening right now. Where are the Epstein files? Keep asking for them. Keep allowing these women to have their voice. Don't just shut them down and be like, oh, whatever. He was rich. You should have been grateful that he assaulted you. You crazy? So how do you stop the nihilism within yourself? You just start witnessing beautiful glimmers in the world. What is a glimmer? Glimmers are the small little bits of happiness throughout life. It's seeing a butterfly. It's seeing the sunshine come through your window. Glimmer is holding a partner. Glimmer is taking care of yourself through self-care and feeling that positivity. Glimmer is working so hard to fix yourself and your inner bubble that you then get to look back on and see how much progress you've made. That's a glimmer. Keep looking for those. There is no such thing as escaping from problems. There's no such thing. I'm sorry. You can't just put up a wall and ignore it forever. It's gonna break through at some point. It's gonna come back stronger, and it's gonna force you listen to the problem. This is where depression comes in. You've ignored the problem so long that now it's become a one-on-one conversation with it. There is no such thing as putting up the wall and ignoring it and escaping from it. You're ignoring your own internal power when you're doing that. And it is a power. It is a power to look at yourself, to allow it to come through, to not even put up a wall, to allow it to just come and hit you in the face. That takes power. Because now you have to face it. Now you have to deal with it. Now it's a conversation. You're not putting off the conversation, you're having it now. Like, the brain is gonna come in and it's gonna have this thought of you're playing video games too much. You could put up that wall, or you could let it have a conversation with you and tell you that you're playing video games too much, and respond back with yes. Yes, I am. And I'm doing it because of such and such and such excuse. It goes deeper. It's never just one thing. It's never just one conversation and then you're done. It's consistent. Once you have a conversation with one, all the other problems in here are gonna say, I wanna have a conversation too. And it's gonna feel overwhelming in the beginning. I too wanna have a conversation. Pick me, fix me, fix me. The same exact conversation might come up again. It's just going to be tweaked slightly. You're no longer going to need to build a fortress around these thoughts anymore. You're going to just welcome them in. Have a conversation with them. Ask it a lot of why questions. If you genuinely don't know, ask a lot of why questions. This is where journaling becomes a fantastic tool, because you can just write down all the answers to all those why questions. One conversation that I'm having right now, not directly in this moment, but like previously, you get what I'm saying, is you spend too much time on screen time. Like, I watch too much damn YouTube. I watch far too much of it. I spend too much time on Pinterest. The phone is a distraction for me. And so it's the conversation that I've been having is a lot of why questions. Well, what am I running away from? Why? You're allowing yourself to just sit there and whine and cry. That's on you. That's on you. You're controlling that. Your thoughts are controlling that. You're allowing your thoughts to control you in that, when you could just think positively and think, how can I make it better? You have to have the will to change, and you have to be able to think positively. You may see it as an why bother? But I see all the positives with it, and I see the negatives just from starting those first few steps and understanding what the other side is like. Just for a brief moment, get a little bit of a pinky toe in there. Dip your pinky toe in the water and you get to realize, oh, it's actually like not that bad. I thought the water was going to be a lot colder. Like, oh wow, I thought people were going to make fun of me for improving. But no, actually, the people that find improvement interesting are the people that have improved themselves. The only people that are going to find it negative are people that don't. They just sit there and they complain. Does the guy complaining have the life that you want? Does the guy complaining about improving have the life you want? Most likely no. Well, I don't want to improve. Improving is stupid. I don't want to improve. Okay, you have fun with that. But I have my own agency. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna see what this improving thing is all about. What's that like? Oh wow, this is amazing. I no longer have to complain about living in a dirty house. I just go clean the house. Oh, it's amazing. I get to actually experience a reality that I wanted. It's fantastic. And then the complaining guy comes back and is like, oh, well, it took a lot of effort to clean your house. I mean, why? It's just gonna get dirty anyways. Why would you even clean it in the first place? It's like, boy, shut up. It's like, boy, shut up. You live in your own filth. I don't want to live in mine, okay? You didn't even clean it perfectly. I mean, there was no point to even cleaning at all if every single piece of dust there's no point to cleaning if you didn't clean up every single little piece of dust inside of your house. Just live in filth. Just live in filth with me. No, thank you. I don't want to live in filth with you. Just escape. Just watch content all day. Just eat crappy food all day. Just complain. Just complain that your health sucks. Don't even fix your health. Just complain about it. Like, don't you realize how much attention I get from strangers that are like, oh, you poor baby. Your life is so crappy. I just revel in the feeling of other people giving me attention for the reality that I created for myself. So you have fun with that. I don't want to live that way. But good for you. Life is just pain. Everything that you complain about, you have the ability to put a stepping stone towards improvement and to fix it. But it's true, the world would just be a better place if people just didn't give up and fall into the disease of nihilism, pessimism, What's the other one? People didn't fall into this disease of nihilism, pessimism, and misanthropy. You allow yourself to fall into these things. You've allowed yourself to fall into it. You can allow yourself to get out of it. Understand the why to the behavior. Understand everything behind the behavior, because that's how you get free. And the more people who are free, the better the world will be. Alright? Okay, bye.